just listen now, you can hear a dog barking. Because it's played at double speed, it massively decreases the size of the dog. No, trust me, that was one enormous dog. I was very happy to see it was caged in. But the video double speed makes it sound like one of those little yappy dogs. Actually, they're more aggressive than the big ones sometimes, but less dangerous. So I was pleased to see it couldn't get out. Now, I know where I'm going now because I've been there and I made this video yesterday, so this is a voiceover. But I had no idea yesterday where this actually went. Of course I had an idea, it went up to the next road. But the map said it was a no-through road, which in Russian is tupik, which I think is quite a nice word. So I just kept riding. I should turn right here to be honest, but it doesn't matter, I'll go there next time. But it was pretty passable. There were a few places I had to get off and push through the bushes, as you'll see, but when I got to the top, it just joined the road, and I always thought that road was private. And it turns out, like many times when I've been riding in Almaty, places which you think you can't pass, you can actually very easily pass. And there's one place not too far from where I live where it says that just the map at least says there's just no way through. And when you go round there, there's enough room for a combine harvester to pass. So I've given up on, not exploring these little roads and things like that, especially when I have to go uphill, because the disappointment when you have to turn back is sort of softened when you know you can go downhill, so you don't waste much time. I suppose you did coming up, but that doesn't matter, It's funny actually, because yesterday was a ride home which I knew would be quite late, and I knew it would be dark by the time I got home, so to take an unknown detour was a little bit strange for me. But yeah, I basically knew where I was going. About here, this branch swung back, and I could tell from the sound it made on my helmet there was a sharp edge, a sharp branch whacked my helmet about an inch from my eye. Oh my god, it would not have been much fun. And like I said previously in the video, this road I didn't think was, I'm not going to say this road is substantial, but it was less substantial. Well, I thought it was less substantial than it is, not passable, at least according to the map. So clearly it is, and I'll be coming this way more and more. There may be another route that I can take to get up to this point, I'm not sure yet. I thought that dog was going to bite me, but it seemed quite docile when I got to it. I had the pepper spray ready, but clearly I'm not going to use that for fun. And certainly not when their owners might see you spraying their dogs. Not a good idea, and not very nice. It's a self-defense tool, and not to be used lightly. can see this is pretty steep. I don't remember why I stopped here. Don't remember feeling tired, and it wasn't for a very long time. But no, honestly, I don't normally stop for no reason. But this is quite a hill. Let's face it. It's as steep as it looks, but you know, it's inevitable when you ride from the city out to where I live. There may be slightly easier routes back, but you are going to end up climbing a lot. And this was the first time I'd ridden up here. Very good. And then I checked later on Strava, and I'm one of the slowest ever, although I stopped for this car as well. And I think I was probably there for about a minute. You didn't need to stop for a minute, but did. This is a semi-rich area. People have bought land. There used to be dachas, you see, and the dachas, well, I guess perhaps people didn't want to buy the dachas, but they wanted the land. So they paid quite a lot of money as well and built houses. And not super rich, no, but people are pretty well off. The super rich, well, they do live in this kind of area, but this particular street, no, they've not. They've not actually moved in here. But we're not actually too far from the super rich area, but for what it's worth, just doesn't feature on this ride. This is, I think, now if I remember rightly, because again, I've only ridden this once. Pretty poor quality video as always, but this is just almost the top. And then the very end of the video is just a quick downward, probably 200 meters, and then I turn the video off because at that point it just joins a route which I've already filmed. But this is the first time I've ridden up here, and it won't be the last. And in fact, I will probably ride up this for the next 3 or 4 rides because I quite like it. Unlike some other routes, it's a good surface. And a good surface when you're climbing is very kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Very welcome. Yeah, that's it. As I mentioned before, just coming up to the top here, and a gentle roll from here. I had to put my brakes on because it's quite steep, but for this section, just as long as you keep your eyes very closely peeled on what might be coming out, then it's quite relaxing. And then of course down here there's only room for a car and a bike, so I have to be careful. But you know, going down here, it looks like I'm going quite fast, but double speed video. I was dragging my brakes. And this is it. Nearly home.